Hey guys, Uncommon Ramen here with another TCG Tuesday. Today we're going to be taking a look at a collector's booster box of Dominaria United. But before we go into that, let me remind you, if you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button so I can get those analytics going. And if you want to be notified as the content happens, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post things. And then finally, if you feel the need to support me, hit me up on my Patreon at patreon.com/uncommonramen, capital U, capital R. I do all of this in my free time, so any amount of support can help me bring more of this content to you more often. So, alright, now we have definitely hit the official release of Dominaria United, and usually I do two set boosters, and then I'll eventually come around with the collector's booster box. But the thing is that I've noticed the value happens to be right here in these collector's booster boxes. I know that, you know, these are a little bit more expensive, actually a lot bit more expensive. They're about twice as expensive as a set booster box, but at the end of the day, you just get more value in these collector's booster boxes than you get in, well, any of the other sealed products that they offer. And especially with Wizards of the Coast being more and more stingy about what, you know, drop rates for you know, specific things are, it makes it more and more necessary to pick up something like this as opposed to the other things. And I'll show you at the end that you'll end up getting the same amount, if not more, in the way of rares in here than you would in a set booster anyway. So let's jump in. Oh, I should probably get an updated list of prices. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so as if by some surprise, some of the high hitters here are going to be Shieldred in any form, Liliana in any form, Joda in his textured form. We got the Silverback in its, I think, extended art form. A Johnny Sleeper Agent in his alt forms. Well, heck, the Silverback in his normal form still commands a pretty high price. The extended art Defiler of Vigor is pretty high up there. The textured foil Braids. Vesuvan Duplimancy makes sense. These are the cards that are going to be the high hitters here. Once we get down to about the Joda Showcase, that's when we hit about $5 range. So it bottoms out pretty quickly there. But it is what it is. I thought we'd get 2 box toppers. I feel like they usually do 2, but anyway, we got our box topper. Obviously, we saved that for last, and hopefully this time I just don't forget. 12 boosters in a set, or in a collector's booster box. Let's see if they show in here what the odds are. So each collector's booster includes 9 to 10 traditional foil cards, 1 texture foil card, and up to 2 foil etched cards. Collector's booster boxes may contain these cards. I don't want to go into the details on that, but basically a combination of 5 to 6 of rarity, rare or higher. So you're going to see at least 5 rares per pack. And that's, to me, that's value. 5 times 12 is still way more than you're getting in a set booster box. So, all right, so here we go. Collector's booster box, or booster pack number 1. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh. Very easy, very foily. The pack itself has this nice foil feeling to it. We got ourselves a nice little 2/1 Trample Haste Elemental, which is the back. Okay. So again, we have our commons and uncommons. I don't want to go into great detail about this. We've all seen the set. Oh, that's right. I totally completely forgot that they were putting old black bordered Legends cards in here. That's kind of funny because if I remember correctly, you are gonna get about 1 per collector's box. So this is probably the one I got, a 4/4 vanilla for 5. But hey, it's still kind of cool to see that. This is an old card. I mean, 1994. This is probably actually back when I first started playing. I totally forgot about that. I'll try to make sure to sift through those a little bit more carefully so that we can see those if they happen. But like I said, they mentioned about 1 per box, so I think that was my one. And then we got our Stained Glass Mountain, very cool. Followed by Zur the Enchanter in his showcase foil. Zur the Enchanter in textured is definitely up there in price, but at $7. But I don't know about the foil showcase. Followed by King Darien, the 10 something. I don't know what L stands for, so he's king of. He's the many generation. Then we have ourselves a Llanowar Green Widow in its extended art. We have Garna Bloodfist of Keld in the showcase. Ramirez Di Pietro Pillager. This is going to be the first printing of Ramirez since, I believe, Legends. So that's pretty cool. This is a Commander Uncommon. Followed by an etched Orca Siege Demon. I guess I should have looked up the Commander rares too, because I don't know exactly what their price is. And then we got ourselves Rasputin, the Oniromancer. So that's 3 Commander rares in this pack, or 3 Commander specific cards. A full art, an extended art foil Keldon Flame Sage as our last card in here. And then our double-sided tokens. Let me see if I can make some piles here. We'll just put these right here, I guess. Separate out that stuff. So yeah, one of the biggest things about these collector's booster boxes that makes them more special than that of what you would see in the normal collector's booster boxes is that you can get that Legends card from way back in the day in here. But like I said, it's 1 per box, and I'm pretty sure I just hit mine. So. Okay, we're at our Stained Glass Swamp. Right, we got Rona. I remember talking about her in in the first video, and I mentioned that she was Sheoldred's vassal or something to that effect. And when I was talking about she used to be so-and-so's, I accidentally said Sheoldred again. I meant Gix. So she was actually she was Gix's faithful, and then Gix failed, and then now she's Sheoldred's faithful. Alright, we have ourselves a Leyline Binding. I love the art. I don't know what's going to happen with this card. It doesn't seem like it's going very many places. We have ourselves a Ragefire Hellkite in an extended art. Rada, Coalition Warlord. In our etched, we have ourselves a Tobias Doomed Conqueror in the Commander. Followed by a Tetsuo Imperial Champion. Another Commander. This one's a Mythic. And a Yavimaya Coast in its full art. These are just really pretty cards, honestly. And then our final card in here is going to be Rivaz of the Claw. We ourselves our Phyrexian and Knight. Oops, thought that was it. Alright, Stained Glass Forest. Followed by an Erte resurrected in the stained glass form. If anything, I love this for the storyline. I was a huge fan of Erte, and when he became corrupted, it was really unfortunate, but it's nice to see him back, but only from the standpoint of, thank God I never have to face up against this guy. Next up, we have a Defiler of Instinct. So we have the red Defiler here. The green Defiler is outright probably the best one. I don't know the tier list on this one. I was wrong in my last video saying that the white one was probably the most expensive. That one actually, weirdly enough, is the lowest costing one. Next up, we have a Mana Cannons. Followed by a Baird Argivian Recruiter. Another Tobias Doomed Conqueror. And a Braids in the Stained Glass Showcase. Another one of those where I'm like, ah, that's so cool to see them back. And a Phyrexian Shieldred. Okay, so this might not be foiled or textured or anything like that, but it's Phyrexian, and it definitely is commanding a price. Every one of her is commanding a very substantial, well, I wouldn't say a substantial price, but it's definitely the highest in the box. That is a beautiful hit. Followed by Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. This guy, in my opinion, is just going to keep going up in price because it is a super good card. A Soldier token and a Bird token. Shieldred. I think it's cool to see the Praetors again. I'm hoping that this is the last time that we see the Praetors, however. Not because I didn't like them, but just because it feels... There's only so many times you can reuse the storyline IMO. Alright, we got ourselves an island in the stained glass. Followed by Baird, Argivian Recruiter. Got Drag to the bottom. Robaran Mercenaries. Very interesting. Followed by Wrath, Weatherlight Stalwart. And our foil etched is Jasmine, Boreal of the Seven. Another foil etched here, we have Stang, Echo Warrior. So this is the most recent printing of Stang. He was in Legends before as just Stang, so this is a neat thing to see a reprint for. Not a reprint. It's not a reprint. It's a new version of the card. Followed by Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. I think that's the last card in here. Oh, I was wrong! Emperor Mihail the Second. Merfolk. Foil. Full extended art, not bad. Followed by our token. Alright, so it turns out the Shieldred Phyrexian, even in the non-foil version, was a $40 card, so it does actually command quite a price tag. It also looks like the Commander rares in here aren't actually all that expensive. It looks like Reaver, Greensleeves Marrow Sorcerer, Shizo Death Storehouse, and Two-Headed Hellkite are about the highest cost there. That Tetsuo that I pulled, the Imperial Champion, in its non-texture, or sorry, non-etched, is $2.25. $2.25. All right, commons and uncommons. Stained Glass Mountain, followed by Nail, Avizoa Aeronaut, Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief, that'll be my third one in this box. Activated Sleeper in its extended art, very cool. We got Zar Ojanin, Scion of Afrava, Torwauki the Younger. I think it's interesting that we're starting to see uncommon commander cards in here, which is really cool for me because I don't pick up the pre-constructed commander decks anymore. Stang Echo Warrior, normal this time around. Caves of Koilos in its full art form, and boy is it just absolutely beautiful looking. Such cool art for that. A Caves of Koilos in the full art foil too, in the same booster pack. What? Alright, I think that was the last rare in here. Alright, cool. So we're 6 packs in. We got ourselves a Shieldred. Pretty cool. I'd like to see one Planeswalker. I think that's really it. I'm not really invested to any real degree in here. There's not much that I was really looking for. Sorry about that. And it does look like it holds true. The Legends card that I got was the Legends card that I was going to get. Which is, it is what it is. We got ourselves a Stained Glass Plains. Followed by Namada, Primeval Warden. Yavimaya Coast in its foil. Vidalian Hexwatcher in its extended art. Najal, the Storm Runner. General Marhalt Elsdragon. Ohabi Calaria. Okay. Rith Liberated Primeval in its showcase. Not bad. Rith was one of my favorite dragons from the original invasion, so very nice to see him back. Another Defiler of Instinct in its extended art. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Oh, extended art foil. It's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, we're working on the remaining 6 packs, so got a emblem here for Jaya. Fiery Negotiator. Goblin Picker, Juniper Order. New Tatiova. We got ourselves a Swamp in the Stained Glass. Followed by Raph, Weatherlight Stalwart. Was that textured? That is textured. Did I miss other? I didn't know that they could do that. They were gonna do textured on uncommons too. That is super cool. I'm gonna have to go back through. I think I missed some texture, but this is what a textured foil looks like on my camera, apparently. It's very, very difficult to tell, but if you turn it just barely, you can kind of see the texturing through the name here. That's pretty neat. Oh, you can feel it. I think this is the first textured foil I got. You can definitely feel it. It looks incredible. Llanowar Loam Speaker. This was the buy a box promo. It's actually a very nifty card. Followed by Primeval Spawn. Commander rare there. We got ourselves Queen Elenal of Raudak. Just in the foil. Got ourselves an etched foil Ramirez Di Pietro Pillager. An etched foil Rasputin Oniromancer. Radadrabic of Urborg. Nice little showcase. And in our foil extended art, we have ourselves an Evolved Sleeper. Nice little token. I'm going to run through these real quick just to see if I missed a etched foil. Or not an etched foil. I guess this Namato was etched foil, but the textured foil. Or is he textured? It's so hard to tell. I feel like the textured ones you'd be able to know right off the bat. Looks like all the stained glass ones have a little bit of that etch look to it. Actually, all the foils do. They all look etched. That is definitely beyond a shadow of a doubt textured. You can feel it. Oh, there we go. Right there. Nail. So that one is textured as well. So this is a normal one. This one is textured. Okay, Baird right here. This one was a textured foil. It's super subtle. And that Rona earlier was textured. That's crazy. I would never have known that. The textured foil feels... You can feel it, but it's super subtle on the camera. I wonder if these guys can even come that way. I see a lot of etched, but not the other way. Well, anyway, that's crazy. I wonder if the lands can come textured. No, it doesn't seem that way. Well, anyway, I guess we're just going to jump into the next pack. Staying Twin. Alright, let's see what we got going in here. Nice little foil island. So this is textured. Okay, so this is our textured foil. It's Ellis Ilcor Sadistic Pilgrim. And you can just see it's super reflective. And if you just barely tilt it off the camera there and get the light to play off of it, you can see the texturing throughout the different areas of the card. But it's really subtle on this camera. So that was another textured. We have Shana Purifying Blade. Prior to the release, this guy, or she, was up there in price, but she has definitely dropped in price. We have Llanowar Loam Speaker in its extended art. We got Urg Spawn of Turg. Tobias Doomed Conqueror. Hazazen Shaper of Sand. Karn Living Legacy in full art. This is a beautiful looking card. Can't argue with that. That is so nice looking. And then the Silverback Elder in the foil extended art. This guy is worth a little bit of money right there. And honestly, if it doesn't climb in price, I'll be surprised, because this card is incredibly powerful. This is a welcome pull. Got ourselves a bird and a Stang Twin. Alright. After this, we got 3 packs left. Okay, we got ourselves a stained glass forest. So it looks like textured foil is the very front, and this one is Najal the Storm Runner. Followed by Thran Portal. In foil. Iridian Maelstrom in extended art. Ellis Ilcor, Sadistic Pilgrim. Ramirez DiPietro. Got a lot of him. Hazazon. We pulled him in the last pack, but this time we got ourselves a nice little etched version. Is Desert Walk. That is kind of funny. Jedit Ojanen Mercenary. Catmerk in Azorius colors. Threats Undetected. In extended art, followed by the token. Oops. Put all the commons and uncommons with the tokens. Alright, so these are the last 3 packs. Pulled ourselves a nice little Karn and a Shieldred. Super happy about that. Okay, we got ourselves a mountain in our stained glass land. And it looks like our texture foil here is going to be Rada Coalition Warlord. Just incredible looking. Sten, Paranoid Partisan. I think this one's getting slept on. I think this guy's going to go up in price. I'm not really sure, but I think he's better than he's been being given credit for. Followed by a third Defiler of Instinct in extended. We got Tura Kenarud, Sky Knight, an etched foil General Marhalt, El's Dragon, another Sten Paranoid Partisan in the showcase border. I'm managing to miss every textured and etched on anything decent. A Darkar Wastes full art, and probably my favorite art so far. The original Darkar Wastes is cool and everything, but this definitely takes the cake. This is so beautiful. Last but not least, we got ourselves extended art Channeler, Aether Channeler. This guy I think is going to go up in price. I think the meta is going to shift towards this with the that new Treefolk Demon dude. That's just my thought process. I don't know for sure, but I do think the meta is going to shift in that direction. Alright, last 2 packs. What should we see in these last 2 packs? I would love to see another Planeswalker. Just one more. Doesn't matter to me who. Could be another Karn for all I care. Got ourselves a plain stained glass. Followed by another Queen Elenol of Rudrak in the textured foil slot here. Probably not gonna see a rare or mythic in here, but that's okay. Another Vidalian Hex Catcher. Followed by a Extended Art Chaotic Transformation, a very interesting card. Some people are saying it's more powerful than Chaos Warp. I kind of disagree. It has power levels that are probably on par at best. Got Aaron Benali's Rune. I made a mistake in my last video. I thought this was that vampire guy, but it's not. Tori Wauki the Younger. Etched Foil Ohabi Caleria. King Darian of Many Generations. Followed by beautiful full art foil Ajani Sleeper Agent. This is what I'm talking about. I got my other Planeswalker after all. I feel complete today. It's a very sad day when we see Ajani completed. But, you know, these are the ways of life. I also think that, was it, gosh, what's her name? I totally forgot. I'm blanking on her name. Not Joyra. Taskmaster. Her name was something Taskmaster. Jaya Ballard. I think Jaya Ballard meets her end in this set as well. Could be wrong. Right, we have ourselves a stained glass swamp. Followed by Lagomos, Hand of Hatred in the textured slot, which is cool. I mean, it's kind of neat to see all these textured foils, despite the fact that they're not. Okay, we have Defiler of Faith, the white one. Sphinx of Clear Skies. I wish this was decent. Rulik Mons, Warren Chief. Another etched foil Ramirez, DiPietro, the Pillager. Another Showcase Erte Resurrected. Another Showcase Zur Eternal Schemer. Which, for the record, I like the original art because it showcases just how insane he is. Another Showcase Namada Primeval Warden. Oh, that was that. Okay, yeah, okay. Not bad, not bad. 2/2 Swap Cat Warrior. Alright, let's count it out. Originally they didn't give you as many commander rares, so let's see how many we have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So, as I mentioned, this Zur was textured foil. This guy is actually worth some money. As I mentioned, there was 46 rares in here, and that is more than you're going to get in a set booster box, and that is more than you're going to get in a draft booster box. And the quality of what we're pulling in here is also just downright better. You get all kinds of different things, from extended foils to full art foils to textured foils to etched foils, you name it. And honestly, you know,
you're paying a little bit more. I would say about double the price. But honestly, again, double the price was... So we had 2 etched foils in here, Namada and Zur. But, you know, it's double the price so that you get a non-disappointing pull. Oh, that original Erte Resurrected was also etched foil. So I have 3 etched foil rares in here. You just get a less disappointing pull rate in here. It just feels more solid. And then on top of that, you're still getting your commander stuff. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We got 17 commander rares in here. And we also managed to get... Well, I mean, I don't think you can get it any other way, but there's going to be 12 stained glass window lands in here. 1 per pack, the way it should be in normal packs as well. And as I mentioned, every one of your Dominaria United Collector's Booster Packs, or Booster Boxes, are going to come with at least 1 card from Legends. I got a very underwhelming one, and I also got it in the first pack, but it's still very cool to see that. It goes back to when I first started playing Magic, so it's really neat to see that as well. So yeah, all together, this was an incredibly fun experience, and we still have the box topper left here. So let's go ahead and break into this. I'm gonna get the box cutter out here because I am really horrible at opening these, and the last thing I want to do is ruin the card on the inside here. So we're just gonna slice off the top there like that. All right, I am not actually sure what comes in these. I want to see. I want to make sure I'm pulling it out so that I don't see what's on top. There we go. Okay. So I don't know what's in these. I'm not really sure what to expect. So let's just look. Okay, we got ourselves a foil Tor Wauki the Younger, but it looks like it's commander specific. I pulled another commander one the last time as well. That being said, there was one thing. Oh, yeah. So, and I also ended up getting 4 defilers in here. Granted, 3 of them were the exact same defilers. But at the end of the day, we ended up getting a white defiler, 3 of the red defilers, as well as a Johnny Sleeper Agent, Karn, and... Oh, yeah, Shieldred. We got our Shieldred Phyrexian. That's a $40 card right there. So, yeah, cool. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. And I think that basically covers it. Until next time, guys. Peace.